Hey everyone, welcome back to Linux Network. If you love keeping up with the Linux world, testing gameplays, and learning how to get the most out of your system, you are in the right place. Today we are talking about the absolute rock of the Linux ecosystem, Debian. Specifically, the Debian project has just officially announced the release of Debian 13.5. This is the 5th point release update for the stable distribution of Debian 13, codenamed Trixie. Now, if you're a beginner in the Linux world, terms like point release or bug fix logs might sound a little intimidating. You might be wondering, do I need to reinstall my entire operating system? Will this break my apps? What actually changed? Don't worry, I've got you covered. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what Debian 13.5 is, highlighting the most important security and bug fixes you should care about, explaining how to update your machine without breaking a thing, and look at what's new with the installer. First things first, let's clear up some massive confusion that always happens whenever a point release drops. Debian 13.5 does not constitute a brand new version of Debian 13. It is not Debian 14, and it doesn't mean your current setup is suddenly obsolete. Think of a point release like a massive maintenance checkup or a giant service pack. Instead of forcing you to download a completely new operating system, the Debian team aggregates a bunch of smaller updates, security patches, and critical bug fixes that have accumulated over time and bundles them neatly into this 13.5 release. So, if you are already running Debian 13 Trixie, guess what? You don't need to throw away your old installation media, and you definitely don't need to wipe your hard drive. Once you run a standard system update, your package will automatically upgrade to the current versions using an up-to-date Debian mirror. And if you are someone who regularly runs your system updates or has automatic security updates enabled from security.debian.org, you've actually already done most of the heavy lifting. Most of these security updates are already sitting on your machine. This point release just makes it official and rolls them into the new installation images for anyone installing Debian fresh today. New installation images will be available very soon at the regular locations if you want to flash a fresh USB drive. If you look at the official changelog from the Debian project, it looks like an absolute wall of text full of complex tech jargon and scary looking CVE numbers. Let's translate that into plain English and look at a few notable package updates that affect everyday use or overall system health. Base files. This package was updated specifically to mark the point release, so your system officially knows it's on version 13.5. Bash and Glibc. Several fundamental utilities like Bash, the command terminal language, BusyBox, Katatonit, and CDE Bootstrap were rebuilt with an updated glibc. This is the core C library. This ensures deeper stability and smooth performance under the hood. Sudo fixed a privilege escalation issue. This is highly important because Sudo is what gives you administrative powers. Keeping this locked down prevents rogue local programs from taking over your PC. Apache 2 received a brand new upstream stable release. It patches a long list of vulnerabilities including use after free issues, privilege escalations, and buffer overreads. If you run a local web server for testing, this is a massive update. Curl fixed a severe certificate verification issue. We all use curl to download files via the terminal, so making sure its secure connection checks are flawless is a big win. Nginx, another major web server package that received fixes for buffer overflows and session authentication issues. Calibre. For the ebook lovers out there, Calibre received fixes for a handful of path traversal issues and code execution bugs, keeping your digital library completely safe. OpenSSH, the tool used to securely connect to other Linux machines remotely, got some major love. It fixes an issue where the scp command could unexpectedly alter file permissions, handle user/host validation better, and improves overall connection handling. Systemd. The system manager received a new upstream stable release. It fixes an edge case freeze bug and ensures that certain temporary directory workarounds don't accidentally overwrite your local drive setup. Before you talk about how to safely trigger this update on your computer and look at the security advisory list, if you are finding this breakdown helpful, take a quick second to subscribe to Linux Network and ring the notification bell. I make it my mission to break down complex Linux updates show off the newest features in distros, and test out gaming performance so you can enjoy Linux completely stress-free. Hitting that subscribe button really helps the channel grow, and you'll never miss a new tutorial or gameplay test. Thank you so much for the support. Beyond the miscellaneous bug fixes, Debian 13.5 incorporates an incredible amount of dedicated security advisories. The Debian security team has been working overtime, and this point release rolls up patches for core software you likely use every single day. We see critical updates for major browsers like Chromium and Firefox ESR. ESR stands for Extended Support Release that Debian relies on for rock-solid stability. Mail clients like Thunderbird have been fully patched. Graphics libraries like FreeType, GDK PixBuff, and ImageMagick received updates to ensure that viewing images or rendering fonts can't be exploited by malicious crafted files. Even core runtime environments like Node.js, OpenGDK, and Python have seen individual security patches integrated right into this 13.5 milestone. This is exactly why Debian has the reputation of being an unshakable tank. When a vulnerability is found, it is targeted, patched, and cleanly rolled out into the stable tree. It's also worth noting that occasionally packages get removed from the stable repositories due to circumstances beyond the team's control. In this point release, the package day4tbsing was officially removed because it has been completely superseded by the newer architecture in Thunderbird 140. So, if you notice that specific package missing, don't panic, it's just a natural part of software evolution. Alright, let's talk about action steps. How do you actually get your system onto Debian 13.5? Because Debian uses an incredibly smart package management system, upgrading is completely seamless and can be done entirely through the text commands. You don't need to download an ISO file, burn a disk, or create bootable USB drive if you already have Debian 13 installed. First, you'll want to ensure your system is communicating properly with an official download mirror. A comprehensive list of worldwide mirrors is always kept up to date at debian.org/mirror/lists. To begin the upgrade, simply open your terminal application. The very first step is telling your system to check in with those official mirrors and refresh its local list of available software. You'll run the standard update package command, which requires administrative privileges to fetch all the latest version information. Once your system recognizes that new updates are waiting, the next step is telling it to actually download and install those patches. By running the standard upgrade command, Debian will pull down all the correct files, swap out the old versions, and securely configure the new ones in the background. For a completely thorough transition, you can opt for the full upgrade instructions. This ensures that if any brand new security patches require advanced dependencies or system layout tweaks, your package manager handles them perfectly without dropping a single file. Once that process finishes, your machine will seamlessly be sitting on the Debian 13.5 revision. Easily verify this by printing the content of your system's release identification file to the screen, which will proudly display the new 13.5 milestone. If you're planning a fresh installation on a brand new computer or laptop, you're in luck. The official Debian installer has been fully updated to include all of these 13.5 fixes right out of the box. This means when you boot from the new installation media, you won't have to download a massive mountain of patches immediately after finishing the setup wizard. The system core has also been bumped to hardware compatibility version 6.12.86, providing great support for stable systems. And that's everything you need to know about the brand new Debian 13.5 point release. It's safe, it's secure, and it's incredibly easy to apply. It reminds us why Debian remains one of the most trusted operating systems on the planet, powering everything from massive enterprise servers to your personal desktop at home. Drop a comment below and let me know what desktop environment are you running with Debian 13. Are you a GNOME fan? Are you a KDE user? Or do you keep it lightweight with XFCE? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow Linux users, and don't forget to check out the other tutorials and gameplay tests right here on the channel. Thank you so much for watching Linux Network. My name is Cătălin, and I will see you in the next one.